Okay, sorry. I had some medicine stuff I had to take care of. But that's done with now, so we can... So now, we can Umi the Nekos. I don't need these ears. How do I take them off? They won't come off. What the fuck? Why won't they come off? Okay, there we go. Oh, Steam Deck isn't up. Okay. Fixed it. Ready to go now. Hello, Ark. Welcome to more playing of the games. That's great to hear, Zane. I'm happy you're having fun. Where the fuck is all my shit? Umineko probably. Okay, let's resume Nocturne of Truth and Illusions. Ah, right. The children are learning that their father Kinzo is the worst. I mean, has passed away. John clips aside on his opinion of Nep. It's fine to be wrong occasionally, eh? It's fine to be wrong. Father has passed away. That's insane! Slow down. It's only a possibility. It's well known that the Takeda Shinjin said in his will that his death was to be secret. His death was kept a secret for 3 years. Oh, now about that? Probably gonna comment less here because you say things or don't say things on Umineko. Spoilers out of the way, or not commenting is probably the best course. If that's what you want to do, Zane, I'm not gonna judge. Is that how it went? My Japanese history isn't great. At the time Takeda was in the middle of war with Oda and Tokugawa. His death had become known at the time like that, probably would have had a negative effect on the war. Because of this, he left a will saying that his death should be kept hidden for 3 years. Hideyoshi did the same thing, right? He only needs information on the death of his master, Oda Nobunaga, so that the enemy wouldn't find out. God, why is the text box so fucking big? Oh, he only needs information on the death of his master, Oda Oda Nobunaga, so that the enemy couldn't find out. Quickly made peace with Mori and defeated Akechi in the Battle of Yamazaki. I only vaguely know about that stuff because of I know about that stuff because of Fate. Yeah. Shibata Katsui, on the other hand, that was where he failed. Enemy Usugi on Nobuyuki's death, so Shibata had to deal with an unexpected counterattack and slow down. That's why later on he suffered a great loss against Hideyoshi in the fight for the succession. Ark's asking, what do I think about the episodes being in universe fiction, and does Nox's rule could probably apply? I'm iffy on it for the obvious reason that I will say the only thing that can be defined as fiction is what happens once the island becomes closed off, but anything established before the island is closed off can certainly be true. If, for example, Hideyoshi finds like a fucking Gatling gun in the in like goddamn Kinzo's closet before the storm arrives, then later he mentions it. It's like, yeah, I found it before the storm. We can all go, okay, that's insane. But if it's like, yeah, he fucking hints at it and stuff, it's like, yeah, that respects Nox's law well enough, I guess. You know, I just realized I just spoke fucking nothingness. Jesus Christ. To the island during the storm only. Yeah, there we go. That should work. Hideyoshi had always strong connection with the commander of the Sengoku period, would always show off his knowledge wherever he got the chance. Which slightly ever made him get to the point already. Long story short, no time since last time's conference. Something not been feeling right to me about what happened. You mean the time when Rudolph and I were talking about the inheritance and father heard us from the hallway? Oh, hi, Victor. You were trying to do some comparing to the commandments and things that happened in the game. There was one funny one you found that was pretty obvious. Can you give it? I think I looked them over seriously for a bit. That's just it. Natsuya-san and the servants kept saying Father was here or there and that he seemed to be in a bad mood. There's a funny one you found that was pretty obvious. The cranial one must be someone mentioned in the early part of the story. Well, well, you know what's hilarious about that? You know what's really fucking funny? Not just Sayo is used Victor, but also the names of the other servants are used early on in later on in episode 1. Sure, it's near the tail end of episode 1, but they're mentioned, and that's kind of an episode 1 road of this entire storyline is early. So yay! And not a single one of them is right to solve father, right? What you're what you're thinking is right. What does that mean? Does that mean Nissan is trying to get all the inheritance for himself? Of course, hiding someone's death is a very dangerous thing to do. I don't think Gizer, I'm not sure Kraus-san would be willing to do it just to have the inheritance to himself. But it is possible. Well, it is true that Nissan has always been greedy. He always used to take things that were meant for all the siblings and keep them for himself. Kraus-san's meant to be the more affluent of their siblings. For Kraus-san, the scheme, he inherits all to himself to the point of accepting the risk of hiding the father's death. I don't know, it sounds a little unbelievable to me. Last year's comedy conference was so strange, it makes me wonder. Evan and the others were painfully aware of how reckless it would be to try and see Kinzo knowing that he was in a bad mood. So ever since hearing about Kinzo getting in a terrible mood during last year's family conference, they never actively tried to contact him. That is why, until this very day, it hadn't occurred to them to find suspicious that Kinzo never showed himself. It definitely is something we should suspect. I wonder if Nissan really would do something as appalling as hiding father's death. I mean, if it was me, I'd be bragging about it, obviously. It's father. Who wouldn't brag about killing him? I mean, him being dead. Also, interesting to notice about Kinzo's death in this first part, if you didn't think about it. It wasn't mentioned how Kinzo died. Or rather, the person who mentioned how Kinzo died was Nanjo. Yeah, Nanjo, you know. That person who we very much don't fucking trust what he says. He was the one who declared, oh yeah, he just died in his sleep like normal. That guy? Oh yeah, trust me bro, Nanjo. Yeah, I don't believe for a second that Kinzo just died in his sleep. Like, I'm sorry. I don't believe Kinzo just died in his sleep like nothing happened. I am incredibly suspicious that Kinzo might have still been murdered. And if he was murdered 2 years ago, you know what that lines up with? That lines up with the first journal entries. The first time that a story was written and tossed into a bottle. That's right. I'm theorizing that fucking Shannon/Gannon did the killing. That time. I think they might have killed Kinzo and was planning on killing themselves. And then they kept acting like Kinzo was alive, realizing that, really, maybe they realized at that time the entire family was a bit fucked up. But I think it makes sense. You think you can accept Nox's lawless being done for the game, though? Has song them in what we've been trying to do each game, the great mystery of what really happened is overarching thing? For all of his pride, that man has a coward side to him. Would he really make such a once-in-a-lifetime bet? And there are a lot of motives leaning towards murder, just a normal death in sleep is a tad unlikely at this point. Yeah, absolutely. If it wasn't Nanjo who confirmed his death as being, like, in his sleep, I probably have believed it more, but Nanjo, as far as we can tell, is about the most untrustworthy person on the island. Simply because he's a fucking, like, he's part of a lot of alliances. Or conspiracies, I should say. To be honest, you think the Ushima family is capable of having someone die normally? Oh, you don't think? Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. There's one thing Nanjo said that, now that I think about, was weird. What was his exact wording? Nanjo only said he had a heart attack and died at peace. He never said he was asleep. Yeah, that still doesn't sound very believable, frankly. Your arc would argue Genji's less trustworthy. Genji isn't trustworthy per se, don't get me wrong, but like, Genji doesn't try declaring people are dead as much as Nanjo does, which is... Oh, you think remember making fun of Nanjo saying Kenjo died without regret? Oh my god, he met Beatrice. Oh my god, he met Beatrice. The only way, like, you made fun of that, Victor, as in, like, the only way he died without regrets. Oh no. That's totally possible, isn't it? Oh my god, that would make a lot of sense. If Nanjo can declare with confidence that Kenjo died without regrets, the only way we all agree he died without regrets if he met Beatrice again, which... Oh my god, that would make a lot of sense. Oh, okay, that's a thought. Oh, So Shannon can appear before Kenjo as Beatrice and Kenjo just freaking die on the spot, or does she kill him? I mean, honestly, poison at this point is very likely. But wait, that would imply that Nanjo was there. I believe it. Wouldn't you? If Nanjo and Beatrice were there, then anything could have happened, essentially. So Nanjo was an accomplice? Yeah, I think that's very believable. I think that's incredibly believable, in fact. The extremely bad rumors. Since Anaki's business are failing in worse than we'd imagined. Victor can see it now that we've learned not to trust Nanjo. He becomes sketchy as hell. Yep. It looks like he's at mass loss and giving it everything he's got to try and cover up that fact. In that case, it would be very difficult borrowing money from Kraus-san. Yeah, you can almost cry. So, would be in financial distress give Kraus-san some kind of weakness? A weakness? Well, investors tend to have a keen eye. If they were to hear that Anaki's actually low on funds, and would give him the time of day. I guess trust is the most important part of the business. Kirei smiled thinly because she's the only intelligent person in this entire game. There's no way Shannon / Ken could be responsible for killings in episode 1 and 3 without Nanjo's help. Absolutely. If Nanjo is in on it, does that mean we can't trust his diagnosis? I think we can't trust them, Zane. I don't think we can trust them entirely, at least. Sometimes what he says can be trusted, but other times it's a case of, what the fuck? No. You mean the medical professional who falsifies his state of death is a pretty classic trope? Yeah, and it seems to be quite true here. It doesn't do it for everyone, obviously, but for a couple people, more than likely. Ow, my neck. Kirei smiled thinly. Who was taken aback by that smile? He had figured that his plan, which involved raising money to get him out of his current mess by borrowing from the affluent Kraus, would all come nothing now that the new Kraus himself was in financial trouble. Nanjo was sketchy all along, but him being there during the death is an interesting train of thought. Victor saying, I mean, if you enter with the toast of bliss for everyone but Balor, it lines up from the start. Do you think episode 4, reviewing the pin code for the cash card, was the smoking gun for Nanjo? Yeah, that was very dangerous to himself. He was the only one in the group that would have recognized in episode 3. Yep. Which gives us the strongest idea that Nanjo works directly with Beatrice. Because Beatrice leaves him a code and is like, hey, I still remember this shit. And he's like, oh, fuck. Kraus-san's credibility might be something he needs for his future work, but we won't have any use for it. You're suggesting extorting money from Aniki? If I was in your place, I'd hate the idea. Yeah, if I'd been going around killing people too, it would be Beatrice's way of saying, it's cool, I'm still in control of this. Yeah, that'd be a great way of doing it too. Man, I'm loving this shit. Who'd want to undermine their own blood siblings like that? Rudolph felt a shiver go up his spine as Kiri's coat smile. At times, Kiri's able to throw all compassion and think away all compassion and think in an extremely ruthless manner. You're enjoying the extra sibling motivation stuff. It's fun. I like it here. This is interesting enough. Whenever he felt that, Rudolph thought about how he never wanted to have her as his enemy. I wouldn't want to threaten Oni-san if there were any other way to get money. If there's another way, we wouldn't be worrying. Don't think about worrying about a problem when you have no other option is a waste of time. Rudolph stopped talking, folded his arms, and lowered his gaze. Even now, Rudolph had a kind of fear of Kraus due to his violence when they were young. And now Rudolph would be the one to threaten him. That meant Rudolph would also have to fight against his childhood trauma. Get in line, buddy. There's a lot of people who need to fight against that fucking trauma. So to give her husband a little push, Kiri smiled reassuringly. And perhaps coldly. 18 years! 18 years she was jealous! I never want to do business based on trust. It takes hard work to build up trust, but only to lose it. There's no less profitable investment. You're right. My arm hurts somehow. That's weird. Ow. Okay, there we go. Feeling a bit better. Oh, the trust road is where the Chris new banknote. Even Kraus-san has been taking huge losses. He should be able to prepare enough money to buy some time. Of course, it was all forcing him to exchange all the trust he's built up for cash. This is gonna get rough. We have to prepare sufficiently. We haven't given any... Excuse me, we haven't given any time or room for failure. Isn't that right? Among my Kyoto friends, there's a few people who are really very good at risking that sort of thing. I'm not being in the debt of these people. But do you want to try meeting them? They don't give receipts, but I'm sure they'll dig up something that makes them worth the investment. Kira, are you going with your Yakuza connections? Oh, fuck. I think she might be. If only Kraus trusted his wife like Rudolph, then he would not get scammed. You're correct. He would instead have no wife whatsoever. Look, after the 5th time your husband would bring you up about going to the moon, I think you'd get tired of it too. Oh, it's Rosa's time. Yes. Maria's doing well. That's none of your concern. Thank you. Huh? I don't know. I'd have to look at my schedule. Rosa was talking to Rudolph over the phone. How is Rosa a bad parent today? Let's wait and see. She might surprise us and me worse than usual. Rosa rarely receives calls from her siblings, so she braces herself for something serious. Well, the truth is, I want to talk about the next family conference without Anaki. Between you, me, and Evanes-san? Sounds like a headache. I can't talk about the details over the phone. You might find that it's worth listening to. Yeah, up. Something good? To straight up almost with Maria's doing well, it's none of your damn business. Even Rudolph understands that Maria's getting beat the fuck up. Wonderful. Something good? Of course. Anaki's all for it. Ne-san is? He just want your approval. We're not gonna ask you for money or anything like that. Aniki and Neki. I said them the same way. Great, Unisys. God damn it. What's one thing is the 3 of us are united. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, brain damage. Understand what I'm saying? Rosa let out a sigh. She did so because in the past, when Rudolph never got in a fight with Kraus, he often used a tone like this to drag her into it. First, tell me. I stand to gain something from this too, right? I stand to gain something from this too, right? Yep. The rivers will each grab 200 million out of this. Things go well, we might be able to squeeze out a few more. That shouldn't be enough to wipe out your debt, right? And when we'll be grabbing this by? The financial year, of course. I need it. Aniki needs it. You need it too, Rosa. All three of our problems will be settled. So chances of success are good enough that Nassan's agreed to it? Now do you want to hear it? Now's your time. Let's meet this Sunday. 1900 at the coffee shop you like in Ginza. That's the only time Aniki scheduled my match. Any problems? If you can bring 200 million, I have no choice but to listen. Then let's meet at 7 p.m. this Sunday at Leopold's. Say hi to Maria-chan for me. You can bring her too if you want. Why? Why is Kraus being a better fucking parental figure to Maria when he sees her? Ah! What the fuck? Don't talk about money in front of that child. Sorry, I said Kraus, I mean Rudolph. I mean, Kraus would probably be better too. She said she were down with a clunk a little violently. Apparently either Evan or Rudolph had gotten a hold of one of Kraus's weak points. Hey, Rudolph's kids don't have any complaints about him, you know, aside from Ballard leaving for 6 years and all. To be honest, he was not a bad parent. He and Ballard Dirsham was remarriage after Ballard's mother died. Yeah, that's it. Apparently, they were probably thinking of threatening him with that at the next family conference and forcing him to pay money. Even before hearing details, she knew full well that that could be nothing good. But even so, this was a once-in-a-lifetime chance to pay back her large debts. Rosa took a notebook out of her handbag, and when to feel in the day she would be meeting with Rudolph and Eva. And then she frowned, smacked herself hard in the forehead. Because in there was DZL with Maria. Maria's in the room playing around excitedly, Sakataro and the others. It was because her mother's going to take her to the amusement park that had just been built. Disneyland on Sunday. Oh, great! So Kraus is getting... No, I mean, sorry. It's canonical. Rudolph got in trouble with Disneyland. Good to know. Look at the clock. Rosa saw that it was just past 9 o'clock at night. Maria's breaking the lights out rule. Recovering her face and agonizing for a while, Rosa stood up and stomped over to Maria's room. Oh my god, is she gonna use the fact that she's up past her bedtime as an excuse to cancel their trip? No! No! No, you're not gonna do it. No! No way! No, no, no! The room was almost certainly a mess as well. At least tonight that was convenient. Oh Oh my god, she's actually going to do that. At least tonight, that's convenient. She's actually going to fucking guilt trip Maria into thinking that she had to cancel their fucking trip to Disneyland because she's... Holy shit, how do you keep doing this? How do you keep being so shit? Rosa, you win the award again for the 5th day in a row of worst parent ever! As she stood outside the door to Maria's room, listening to the happy laughter seeping through, Rosa's face twisted in anguish once again. She looked to the floor. Then she raised her head again. Her brow was furrowed and her face had become an ugly expression of anger. Can we not actually see this scene? I don't need to see it. Please. Am I being spared? Oh, great, I see. The game understands that we don't need to see any more of that. We know what happens. We know very well what's gonna happen. No need to spell it out, we all know. Yeah, but so for some reason I also find that hilarious that it's like, we all know so well at this point that just like she's looks down, it's like, oh, well, it's gonna be convenient. Then like, yeah, we all know what she's doing. Fuck, she's horrible. The weather wasn't looking very good. The weekend forecast said that there was a high likelihood of a tropical cyclone growing into a large typhoon. If it was true that premonitions tend to be right, this year's Fairy Conference would probably take place in absolutely horrible weather. In fact, not so you wish that a typhoon large enough to stop boat travel to the island would steal Virogajima away forever. Well, about that. That happened, she would keep Kendo's death hidden as long as she wanted. If only the typhoon would keep them at bay forever. Natsuki let out a deep sigh. Just seeing that made her headache throb. It was the one time that Rosa could have said something related to work came up legitimately, but gotta be evil parent and blame the child. Yeah, she's horrible. As the day of the family conference approached, the intensity of her headache just kept on increasing. At that time, the phone rang. Natsuki turned the television off and picked up the receiver. Hello. I apologize for calling during your rest. It is Genji. Is something the matter? There's a phone call for you from external line. However, they will not say their name. They aren't saying their name. Yes. The person in question said that you would know when you spoke with them. What would you like me to do? It might be a prank. What do they sound like? I believe it was a young man. You have any ideas as to who it might be? Young man? Natsuki didn't have a clue who it might be. In the first place, there's no one amongst her acquaintances who would do something as rude as refusing to state their name. On top of that, a young man? I actually thought as a wife, it wasn't right for her to have a connection with men other than her husband, much less a young man. Might be considered suspicious. Oh my god, you... What? Really? The phone call suddenly seemed like something dirty. At the same time, she was more interested than ever in what this person wanted to tell her. Hold on, let me just fucking... Loading is done. Let's keep going. Wait, you just realized there's a storm happening before... Admin, does that mean that the scene can't be trusted even if it's before the conference? No, it's when the typhoon arrives. When... It kind of means more so when everything goes fucking tits up. And anyway, the lines are still up, so this is definitely not before the storm's over. At the same time, she's more than ever what this person wanted to tell her. Could it be that there was some kind of trouble related to Krause's business? What if there was some particular reason that I needed to talk to Krause's wife instead of Krause directly? No matter what the message, was her duty as wife to hear it and relate to Krause. This was some strange kind of extortion attempt. She just had to firmly refuse and inform Krause that she received a call like that. Because it was during the conference, external lines have never so far worked. Yeah, that's the big point. This isn't internal, it's external. And if the call was something irritating, then she just told Genji to never again send her a call if the caller refused to say their name. Seeing this, Natsuki told Genji, who was offering hanging up after all, to connect her to this person, and set the receiver down. After a short while, this phone rang again. Hello? This wasn't the internal line. It was the external phone line which Genji had transferred to. So she had already been connected directly with the mysterious man. However, the person on the other end didn't respond to her. Not liking this at all, Natsuki spoke one more time, sounding displeased. Hello. Who is this? Tell me your name. What the fuck? Sure, it's something that sounded like a sigh. She automatically gulped. After remaining silent for a little longer, the man finally answered. It's been a long time. That was the first time the man had spoken. Just how long has it been? What the fuck? How many years, I wonder? Hey, it's Balor's VA. I thought I was going crazy when I thought I heard Balor there. What are you talking about? Who are you? The voice certainly did sound like that of a young man. It was hard to figure out that much of a person just by their voice over their phone. It sounded like a young adult, but he might actually have been middle school age. Or an adult whose voice still hadn't deepened. In fact, maybe premature to assume this person was male at all. However, one thing was certain. Though this person spoke to Natsuki in such a familiar and casual manner, Natsuki had absolutely no clue who it was. It'd be easy for me to tell you my name. That would make me very sad. I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you? What business do you have with me? You can tell me that. If you can't tell me that, then I'm not interested. I'm hanging up. What I want is for you to remember. What is it you're telling me to remember? I don't know you, so I have nothing to remember. Don't say that. I'm your child, aren't I? What did you just say? What are you talking about? Don't say things that'll make me sad. Mother? That unsettling word thrust out mercilessly in the depths of Nachi's heart and started churning it about. Nachi's entire life. No one ever said something so unsettling to her. For a moment, Nachi felt her heart beat so loudly, felt like it would explode. I have no idea why you think you have the right to call me mother. I don't know what you're talking about, but I hang up. I came back for revenge. Revenge for a crime of 19 years ago. What? What happened 19 years? Wait, hold on. Anyone? Oh, god damn it. Do we have to look up dates again? I don't want to look up dates again. It's a fucking pain. Nachi's mind went blank. And beyond the sound of the wind howling on the window, she most certainly heard the roar of the sea from that day. You remember, actually, don't you? I told you! I don't know what you're talking about! Never call here again! I haven't forgotten what you did to me 19 years ago. I got you mother despite what you did. No, despite what you did. No, because of what you did, to curse you. I'll be at the family conference very soon, won't I? I'm your son, mother, after all. This is the first time you've heard mention of 19 years ago? Oh great, that's not gonna make me fucking want to dare out my ears and eyes. I'll come on the day of the conference. After 19 years, I can have my revenge on you. Click. Well, breathing so hard, her shoulders heaved. Now she slammed the shirt down and hung up. What about Rose's Beecher story? What was that? You thought it was 19 years ago. I think it was closer to 18 years ago. Which, still not bad, mind you, for the timing we want, but... Let's see... 1968. In 1968, she died. $1965, so yeah, doesn't quite line up as much as we wanted to. Then she hit the phone violently, knocking the receiver off. Kurodori actress died. That's such a shit way of putting it. I love it. I gotta fucking do something quickly, hold on. Be right back, enjoy the music. Or the music as it is. Okay, back. Back, 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 back. Then she hit. So that there was no chance of the man calling back. I can hear the roar of the sea. And the voice I'm hearing from beyond the howling wind must be, no matter how much I cover my ears, no matter how I cover my ears. And the headache won't completely pale, not so you kept shivering as though cold. Lambda, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Come anywhere you want me, Big Burn.
Then crawl into the cupboard. You know, I was about to say something like that. Good to know we're despite you being a fucking bitch, we're occasionally on the same wavelength, Bernie. Then crawl into the cupboard and under the kitchen floor. Or a jar of rice bran paste if you want.
Oh, are you gonna dip me in bean paste and bite me? But I guess if we're already dipped in honey. In return, I'll cook you in sugar water.
At least make it sweet soy sauce for sweet sake.
So, what's up? You wanna play with repetition requests?
That's right. It's not She's phone conversation here, fact. Lambda Delta grinned unpleasantly as though sizing Burn Kesto up. She's about to try and tease Burn Kesto by taking her time on the repetition request. Declining to repeat.
I don't know, let me see. Should I decline or should I respond? See, Master, that's up for me to decide. I can make the decision anytime I want.
Unless I say it in the blue text, you aren't obligated to respond.
Exactly! For now, the best you can do is be like Nazi as I secret from 19 years ago. What could it be? Picture you guys sitting on your edge of your seat, right?
I'm actually leaned the fuck back right now. Sake is as in the beverage. Oh, I see. I want to die. Of course, the phishing phone call occurs before October 4th, 1986. It's still before the start of the game, so it's not necessary to question whether it's true or false in the first place. Since you, the Game Master, went out your way to show me this, I'm just going to assume that you're setting up something for later. Well, yeah. It might be a trick, but I'll at least keep this move of yours in my memory. Someone's having a good time.
I placed this card face down onto the field, hee hee.
Oh, what? Hey, what kind of deck are you running, Lambda? Probably some kind of OTK bullshit deck. Are you running a fucking Exodia deck without a ban list? Is that what you're doing? Are you running an Exodia deck without a ban list, or you got like your 3 copies of Jar of Greed, Pot of Greed? You got your 3 copies of Greatest of Charity. You got all your fucking bullshit. Is that what you got? Craft is a conference of 1986, so 19 years ago would be 1967. Oh, that's bad for us. That's the time when... So we actually have something that can coincide with this date then, actually. We have one day in 1967, Beatrice and Kenzo had a conversation that was like this. So... Shit. Ark, you have condemned us into the timeline of figuring out what the fuck actually happened. I'm going to be in pain.
Ouch! What?
Direct attack. There's something being calling the hand, I'm to doubt it was bewildered. Perhaps his incomers will exchange with Sunny to her. Because he quickly went back to giggling. Are you done preparing the game board now?
Yep, that's right. That's fine. I'll finally move on to the game. On to October 4th, 1986.
I wonder what number October 4th, 1986 this is. The Endless Witch. Beatrice. She really is a frightening child.
Take any action on your side, Burn.
No. If you aren't going to respond to my repetition request, I'm done.
Turn end then. Start cleanup job. Come. October 4th, 1986.
So, Balor wasn't in that scene just now. Did we just see a recreation of what the two's conversation was like at the time? Does Balor know about that conversation? Because that seemed to be a conversation without Balor there. Like, is anyone else kind of feeling that? Like, that was a conversation that Balor wasn't present for. I'm quite sure he'd said something otherwise, so... Interesting. Balor's watching a replay right now? I understand, Ark, but during the replay back in, during Rose's, when, fucking Bernie... No, but he can respond. I mean, admittedly, he can't ask questions, but he can respond to the replay at least. Just like he did when Bernie and shit was going on. Yeah, what Zane's saying is, like, he can still react to the replay. He can't ask another question or anything, but he can be like, hold on a second, wait, what? Sorry. This Rose Guard really is a masterpiece. It's gotta be more awesome than it was 6 years ago. You're so lucky to have this in your yard. Are you kidding me? For me, it just makes it a long walk to the harbor, which is a real pain. That's a pretty luxurious worry.
Getting to say hi to the Rose Guards in the morning before school. So awesome! Must get late after saying hi to so many roses. Shame about Angie though. Your stomach gets upset easily? Apparently. It's probably your intestines that are weak. Joey's getting diarrhea. Too much information. Did not need too much. Ew. Shouldn't say something like that about a lady. Sorry about that. Yeah, forget marshmallows are what comes out of girls' butts, right? Oh god, this is fucking disgusting. Ballard, please shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I forgot. Marshmallows what comes out grows butts, right? So I got sick, and the marshmallows turned into syrup. Yeah, that's just fucking disgusting. Too disgusting. Did they just beat him the fuck up? I agree with this decision. I signed up for a mystery story, not a toilet story! George just slammed a knee and fist right into either side of Balor's gut. Whack smack thugged. The smack thud was probably the sound of his knee hitting the ground and him falling over. Not only Balor possessed a good sense you expect with an 18-year-old man. Kind of doubt that. However, it seemed like this reunion brought him into the mental age he had been 6 years ago. And bit by bit, Jessica and George realized they were also returning the way they'd been 6 years ago. This charming chat is being observed by Nachi, gazing through an open window in the hall. Madame, Girl-sama is searching for you. Furudo Erika. Furudo. I'm just gonna look up that part. Furudo, that sounds familiar. No, I just get Umineko shit. Time to... I start seeing Umineko up things and see the photo thing and I'm like, fuck it, out. I just close like 3 different tabs while doing that. I'll go in just a bit. It isn't even lunchtime yet, and I'm already tired. The sparks had been flying between them and Eva's group only a few moments earlier. The others have pounded on Kraus and Nachi over and over to get Kinza out of his study. Apparently, they hadn't only been tricked at last year's family conference after all. There are no problems with father, I suppose. Correct. Leave it to me. Shannon and Ken are also fully aware of today's arrangements. Kumasawa is a good liar, so don't worry about her. I'm no concerned about Dr. Nanjo. I got the feeling he's bad at hiding things. Leave that to me. I intend to support Dr. Nanjo from nearby as much as possible. It's very reassuring to have you here. Without your strength, we wouldn't be able to succeed. How much does Genji keep around Nanjo during the game? Then again, not sure he knows what sort of deceit Nanjo can pull off. True. God. Feeling that tiredness already because my brain is made of fucking toothpicks. Don't worry. The locked-room barrier on the study is perfect. As long as the barrier remains unbroken, no one will be able to expose Kinzo's secret. Yes, I understand. So you heard the conversation in parlor just now, didn't you? Can you describe a wait? Can you describe a body as a locked room? I think you can describe a body as a locked room. Ooh, can we have a locked room body? I think that'd be fun. Let's make a locked body in a locked room. I mean, wait, wait, no, that's I put those words in the wrong order. It seems that some conspiracy suspicions were aroused last year. The terrible toxin humanity is being spread all around. It seems this year's conference really will be crucial. We might be able to overcome this year somehow. There is such a thing as pushing our luck. Probably best to assume that next year won't be as manageable. With this much of the anti-magic toxin filling up the place, we'll probably be able to convince Lord Ghost and his magic crew at another family conference. Her Beach's use of the word toxin is kind of interesting. Can you expand on that, A? What do you find interesting about it? Just it being literal? Oh, I see. Ah, that's a funny thought. Who are you? You're not part of my imagination. What the fuck? Nah, this is probably, if this is after the storms arrived, I'm quite sure, right? If Kinzo, no, it's actually clear on the Rose Garden, so no, it's not after the storms arrived. So I'm guessing this is just Lambda being fucky wucky with us. Yeah, I'm gonna take a guess here and say this is just Lambda fucking around. Oh, no need to be so surprised. This man serves to my head furniture. Yeah, definitely take this with a bow of salt. I'm taking this with a fucking garbage dump of sorts. Greetings, Madame Natsui. My name is Ronobe. It's probably just Genji talking. Yeah, more likely Genji talking than anything else. If it's not, fine enough, but either way, the appearance of Ronobe here is definitely a Lambda trying to fuck with us kind of thing. It is a pleasure to meet you. This man's reliable. He's also helping to guard the locked room barrier. Oh yeah, like what Genji's doing. Yep, it's just being literal here. Or metaphorical, not literal. It's being the exact opposite of literal. Is that so? I am Ushurumio Natsuhi. I thank you for your cooperation. Of course, madame. I will be aiding you from this magic world. Please rely on me. So, we still don't know quite what gap represents. Like, I'm still going with the guess that gap is a master key that we don't know about normally. Like, that's still my overall guess there. I think Gap is a unknown true master key for the entire mansion. I feel good enough saying that because, like, her profile says she can make any locked room and ruin them all, which is essentially what a true master key would be like. It would be able to create any locked room with no one's knowledge of it, but it would also be able to break all locked rooms by making everyone realize that it can always have been used. Just going to accept that Gap is Nanjo, BB. No. No. No, no, no. Nanjo's falsifying where the corpses actually are could work. That could work to fill in the metaphor. I don't like it, but it could work. If you post the picture, I'm going to post a counter picture. I don't know what the counter picture will be, but I'll find something to post. In that case, I'll introduce myself next. Hi, Richie. Long time no see. Gap. It's starting to see that you're here as well. Well, I only came to have some fun. If you need an extra hand, let me know. Nice to meet you, madame. This is the first time I've said hello, but I'm always right by anyone's side. This is the first time I said hello, but I'm always right by anyone's side. That's a weird sentence. What the fuck? It's not by her side, it's anyone's side. That's decently confusing. I'm not quite sure what to take that as. Because she can make portals. So it's not a master key? I suppose not. Rush, I'm really sorry, but overanalyzing all of this shit is kind of part of the game. I think it's like, it could be simple, but fuck, I will overanalyze too much. Zane's, maybe it's what she represents, like what she represents is always next to anyone's side who seeks it out. Maybe it's a very interesting line, certainly. I don't know what it means, but huh. You guys can think on it more. I'm a tiny bit stuck. Cuckoo. Gap here is quite the brink, sir. So far, every magical hair has a physical analog. Maybe he doesn't, but it's instead a concept. It's not a bad idea. It's the only reason I feel conflicted about that explanation is solely because I wonder if she's gonna be here right now. Okay, yeah, here she is. However, this power of hers is an ultimate weapon that risks delivering the lethal blow to a locked room mystery. So, like, that line there is something that's very interesting. So if she has a physical analog as a person or an item, she has the ability to ruin every single one of the locked rooms on the island and make them into something that isn't a locked room. That's what's being implied there, which makes it very curious, to put it simply. Remember the headache medicine you dropped on the floor of your room and lost as you were getting dressed? Gap was not one behind that. Whenever you said something saw down somewhere but you can't find it later, it's always a good idea to suspect that it's one of her pranks. Maybe it's the concept of magic itself, like she's next to anyone who seeks out magic. But then why would it be mentioning, like, ruining locked rooms? I don't think that makes quite enough sense. Portals are not all locked rooms, as there would always be an entrance exit. True, but what does a portal represent? Because portals aren't fucking real. Sorry, not sorry. Long ago, she used to tease me all the time. Is that so? In any event, this is the Usho and Mia family mansion. As long as you are here, you will obey us. You understand, correct? Of course. We understand. Think of me as a Genji of the magic world, and please go. Being rather explicit there, aren't we? In locked room history, you would say that portal is like a hidden passage, as the outside would be the same as someone entering a portal as exiting somewhere. But Zane, there's no hidden passages. That's part of Nox's command. Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, something's fucky-wucky with that idea. So what, is gap the concept of peeking under a door gap? I have no fucking idea. Think me of the Genji as the magic world. Lying are the saddest of bodies to create the illusion of locked rooms. Part of Nox's commandment on hidden passages that needs to be foreshadowed, not just a sudden Deus Ex Machina explanation. Yes! Which is why I think which is why I partially disagree with Bernie saying they can't exist off the bat. Like, I feel like that's just kind of... shit. So maybe the tunnels under Ogajima is what gap represents? That's not all that hard to believe, I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure I know how to be a good guest. Bernie's absolutely taking the command to the most uncharitable. Yeah, which means she might miss things that Balor can pick up otherwise. Most of the family have no idea the tunnels are there and it would allow for people to appear suddenly. Not wrong, Zane. Admittedly, the tunnels have never been said to exist in red, but... you know... I got my suspicions. Hold on a second. Sorry. Fuck. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm sorry. Give me a bit. Sorry. Hi, I'm back. Kuadoran is 100% real. No doubt about that. You can count on Ronobe and Gap. However, the magic world and the human world are two different sides of the same coin. I understand. Of course, I would do all I can in the human world. Let's work together and protect Father's secret. This happens every time. Won't get anywhere until the next day. Balor, do you remember the last episode? Where everything happened the fucking first day? Zane, that's a good point. Gap's the one who's supposed to... So, obviously for Genji... Genji's easy enough to explain because you can be like... Okay, or Ronave's easy enough to explain because you can be like, it's Genji who did it. Okay. Gap is a lot more interesting there to try and explain how Gap could have killed. You're saying Gap's just an item makes it a bit difficult for obvious reasons.
Oh, sure. October 4th is like the preparation term for me. If you don't feel like doing anything, why don't you sit around till October 5th? I'll call you after the first 6 die.
Of course, that was a very irritating way to say it. The fight wouldn't start until the crime occurred. However, waiting for the crimes to start would mean turning a blind eye towards the murders of the first Twilight. In this other words, it would be the same as being content with the fact that 6 people would die. Did you know? They say that in chess, the player who moves first is twice as likely to win.
Although that can change the tactics of the match progress. To say that the same player has a much better chance at a draw?
You need to look right, like what his deaths, injuries were. I think he had like a hole in his head, if I remember correctly. I know what the first to strike wins means. Then what are you even trying to say?
This is why you're so incompetent!
Seriously. Are you listening, Battler? There's a mystery which can be solved even on October 4th. Do you know what that is? You don't mean... No, but...
Well, watch and see, Balor the incompetent.
So... Don't call me Balor, but... I'm not getting it. Okay, I'm being fucking dense here, like Battler. Don't call me him, though. What? There's one mystery that's always around the start of every game, the one that everyone's supposed to be solving. Oh, the epitaph! Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't consider that because... I've already solved it! With a hammer! Take me to the chapel, I'll break the entire place fucking down. I have no idea what these witches are talking about. Try solving several times myself in the past, but I still haven't found anything resembling an answer. On the contrary, I still don't understand why that riddle exists. Oh, it's you know, I actually have a decent idea for that one, actually, though. Let's remember. Oh, if my fucking stream isn't dead. Is it dead? Nope, stream's not dead. Okay. Let's remember. Yeah, you're bad riddles. You have 0 kill on the epitaph. Don't feel bad about it. Again, the only way I've solved it is, in quote-unquote, is by fucking taking a hammer to the entire thing going, fuck you, it's in the chapel. And when we have the clues that indicate it's definitely the chapel, but the actual meaning, nope. Yeah. The best reason I can come up with is that, let's remember that the guest house on the island was built 2 years ago, and the portrait was revealed 2 years ago with the epitaph. So, if I'm trying to guess the reason behind the epitaph, I'm guessing the reason behind it is partially him, Kinja going, oh fuck, I see what my kids are doing, and partially him going, fuck it. Let's see if one of the Beatrices I raise is actually worth a damn. After all, let's remember this for a second. If, let's say for a second, that whoever solves the epitaph, in Kinzo's mind, isn't just worthy to be the family head. They've proven that they're Beatrice. They have answered a question that only he himself and Beatrice would be able to answer. Therefore, he's found Beatrice. I think that makes a lot of sense, honestly. I think that makes a lot of sense as him basically trying to be like, look, I'm gonna find my Beatrice. If they solve the epitaph, then they will be Beatrice. That'll be the one who solves this will be Beatrice, and I'll be happy. And he never expects his sons and daughters to fucking solve it because they're stupid. That's right. The reason it exists. Why did Beto prepare a riddle like that in the first place? We all discussed it together from time to time in past games. However, I've been avoiding thinking about it under the assumption that there's no point investigating the riddle unless we can solve it. This time I should change my viewpoint. I shouldn't focus on the obvious parts, like the truth of the riddle and how to solve it. What's more important is why the riddle was set up in the first place and was displayed for us to see it. That's what I should be thinking about. So, mate, it does make sense. So Beatrice solves the epitaph and then appears before Kinzo as Beatrice. Kinzo then dies, but the staff follow Beatrice from that point on as she's the true head. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Meanwhile, they fly along Grouse Nachi, but why? Are you saying why does the staff do that? Why is Beatrice messing around with them like this? That is the good question. Could Kinzo have killed himself? That's not the most absurd thing to think about. But why, no. Would he ever kill himself? God, like, I'm gonna copy and paste that and put it in the fucking board I've got up, because it's helpful for remembering theories. But yeah, why did it happen? Why would so if the note's supposed to be a suicide letter, why didn't Beatrice kill himself sooner? We have no way of knowing how Kinjo actually died since he ends up burned every time we find his body. Yeah. I mean, if it's Shannon, she used to be here before everyone has the new head. She has Genji, Nanjo, and Kumasawa. Heck, she doesn't even need to. She can just take the go and leave. Yeah, Beatrice, Shannon, Like, you don't think Nanjo has any reason to lie about to cause death if it wasn't murder? True, but I think it is murder, so I think he's lying about it. I'm just thinking about it now. I'm just going like, okay, Beatrice wants to die. That's what the note's about. Find out why I killed myself. Okay. The issue is, I have no idea why she didn't fucking kill herself this 2 years ago. There are 2 notes, 2 generations of it. Why was she still alive? Like, that's the fucking question here. Why didn't Beatrice kill herself? Are we even sure that's what the note's about? I'm like 98% sure that it's intended as a suicide note. It doesn't even mention the mystery, and it mentions please figure out what happened. And people just kind of assumed it's like, oh. Are you even sure that what the note is about, so there's a margin for error? There's a margin for error, but the error is not likely in my mind. As seen in episode 4, Beatrice and this Shannon would be highly motivated by badly remembering what he did 6 years ago. So the only way we can really say maybe it's a case of like, at least for the second note, presumably closer to the modern conference, maybe Shannon was kind of like, fuck it. Oh wait, Balor's going to like come? Okay, maybe I won't kill myself. Let's see if it remembers. Beatrice did seem to want to blame the events on the witch, which I don't think she actually killed any of the family members. I'm actually incredibly doubtful of that. Where's the idea that the notes were from different times coming from? Mostly from the idea that, like, okay, how do I put this? It's the fact that there are 2 sets of notes, each one depicting different events. The only thing that's a bit weird, well, I guess in theory, they were both written by Beatrice. I always just thought like one was sent one year and then another was sent another year, because why would you send out 2? Why would you send them both out otherwise? Like I just don't get that. Not 2 sets, 2 bottles, and possibly more that weren't found. Yeah. There could be infinite bottles sent out all at the same time, though. That's witch nonsense, Ark! No! Stop! And the one posing that riddle is Beatrice. Even if I can't solve it, I should be able to try and figure out what Beto was thinking when she showed it to us. Alright, this time I'm turning the chessboard over. The witches keep calling me incompetent. Let them laugh. My enemy isn't them. I'm continuing our match. Beto. Actually, you can probably solve it right now with the clues given. Maybe. I'm too fucking dumb. Victor, I leave the task of actually solving the epitaph up to you or someone else in this chat, because I can't fucking do it. What's more, back in episode 1, Beatrice keeps saying through her messages that solving the epitaph will end this. Which, if that's actually well, okay. The problem is, that's not fucking true, maybe. Or... Wait a second. Wait a second. Episode 3. In episode 3... Beatrice, someone solved the epitaph, But Beatrice never knew that someone solved the epitaph, did she? Yeah, and 3, every accessory refused to announce she solved it. There was no one knew that the epitaph was solved. That's... We've never had the epitaph be solved in an episode, and for anyone to know that it was solved, outside of the person who solved it. Hell, even Rosa ended up dying afterwards, so... Wait, assuming the goat exists behind the answer to the epitaph, how does reaching the goat result in more death by Beatrice? It was likely that Beetle was still maneuvering something in the background? Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Well, you said in the Discord where the epitaph was made by the servants? I'm a bit doubtful of that, honestly. Given if it was Shannon, she'd be faking her death at the time, keeping in the shadows, Nanjo would have had to find out and relay it. And Nanjo never did find out, so that's... Especially the numbers, no rules have been broken, it seems. Oh. It seems like it's finally started raining. Wow, most of this fucking stream has been just us talking about the fucking mysteries. Great. Usual. God damn. Sheesh. Wish you could keep the downpour limited inside of my heart. Rose even in favor of telling her, but then Eva killed her, and Maria really should have just announced it. Let's just try and meet the mysterious Erica character. Yeah, sorry. People in the parlor noticed that raindrops started to drip down the window. So, now, they have nowhere to run until the family conference ends. Didn't Hideyoshi's death screen in episode 3 says who knew she was still alive? We have thought that it was Curie, but what if our theory is correct and Shan figured death, it could have been her. Not the worst guess. We always assumed it was Kirei because it was even mentioned during Kirei's death part that I was like, wow, like, she didn't die instantly. And there is episodes 1s which we've theorized about episode 1 too, because in episode 1 we talked about how Hideyoshi was the one who confirmed that Shannon was killed and had the ring, but as it turns out, no one else ever saw her body, so it's not... George never saw her body, so it's entirely possible that he was lying. Did I seem to get it? Why Beatrice wanted the epitaph, or who she wanted to have to solve it? The same thing goes for Nissan and his accomplices. Well, if Cannon shows up after Shan dies, like he did in episode 1, then Shan is still alive. True. The cards we're holding ain't bad. Nissan is just bluffing. I'll make certain he surrenders. Well, the thing about a deal is, you don't go trying to beat the other guy. You get a pitfall rate, praise him a bit, and go into the stand on his own accord. Hideyoshi-san is right. You pressed him a little too hard just now, Evan-san. That was a perfectly reasonable concern Nissan were dealing with. As before, with remembering the sin and all, she wanted him to be the battler she remembered. He'd remember everything and solve the epitaph and fix it all. Fix all this. Eh, shit, is it really just cope? It might be cope. So maybe there's a clue to the epitaph and that sin. God, this shit's complicated with the epitaph. She doesn't want anyone else to, but it shows the epitaph that the epitaph isn't impossible to solve. Ah, God, I'm having so many thoughts. Is Rosa falling asleep? She was complaining about how early she woke up this morning. Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with taking a nap. There's a chance to wait before you spend all night. Oh, fuck. Getting a nap now is probably a smart idea. Yeah, Ark's true that Ark's got a good point there. If the sin is necessary to solve the epitaph, then Rosa and others would never have solved it. I think it's more Balor coming back that set this all in motion that he didn't remember Shan was what caused it to go horribly wrong. Yeah, I can feel that. Admittedly, I would like to point out that despite me brute forcing the epitaph, I never figured out how to get to the gold. Sure, I'm quite sure it's in the chapel, and underneath it to be specific, but I have no idea how the fuck you're supposed to get to it. My best idea would be to break down fucking the walls and the floor, because I don't know how the fuck to actually solve the shitting thing. Rosa slept unaware. After telling Maria to stay where she was after the tantrum over not being able to find a rose, Rosa slept unaware that the rain started to fall. The rain poured down as though it had been saving up for this moment. Of course, Maria noticed that the rain started falling, was soaking her to the bone. However, that just made her even more stubborn. I knew to find the poor, slightly unhealthy rose that she herself had marked. She just couldn't stand having that search be interrupted by something like the rain. So the more the rain fell on Maria, the more stubborn she grew, and she wandered around and around the rose beds. As she did, from behind her back came a patter-patter, the sound of approaching footsteps. Then whoever it was stepped in a small puddle, making very light slashing sound, and Maria finally heard her. However, even the slight distraction that that sound caused made her feel irritated. Maria ignored it despite having heard it. Hello. Ah! Maria turned around, bewildered. After all, that voice was one she didn't recognize at all. Let's see what our Okajima. That voice belonged to no person she knew. Crow-sama, madame, something fucking weird is going on. I was looking for you. Something important has come up. Kraus and Natsu, who had probably discussed what should be done next in the dessert quarter on the 3rd floor. Genji has searched everywhere for them. What is it? I see something more than a few sheets getting wet by the rain. What is it? Has there been some sort of blunder? A short while ago, someone came to this mansion, claiming I'm drifted here by accident at sea. Oh! Oh, that's fucking bullshit! Bernie, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, obviously, the part of where you have to insert the key into is the fucking, what do you call it, that riddle above the, on the chapel. Like, that's where you have to insert the key into, which is probably a word that you use to take it out and shit or whatever the fuck you do. What the word is? I don't know. Well, it probably exists. Now, how would you fucking get that word? I have no idea. Ooh, yeah. Kraz and Oxy couldn't help but go wide-eyed and look at each other. This is the first time they had ever heard of someone coming to this island uninvited. Someone drifted here? Is that true? A poor thing. Treat this person lightly, like a guest. What is happening now? Dr. Nanjo is performing an examination. He hasn't finished yet, but from what I could tell by looking, the debriefing seems tired but uninjured. That's good. Oh shit. Anja and I are having an important conversation right now. We have come check in the person when we are finished. Meanwhile, Anjo, as a doctor, I have determined that she's dead. What? Oh, sorry, we're not doing that yet. That'd be fucking something. Please tell this drifter that we want her to feel at home. Certainly. Genji bowed deeply and started to leave, but Nachi called out to him to stop. Genji stopped walking and Nachi jogged up to him. Genji? Is this drifter a man? No! She's a young woman of the same age as my lady. A woman? I see. Very well. Back to your work. Oh, thank fuck I'm safe. From whatever the fuck. The parlor of the mansion was bustling. The doge gathered concerned with the well-being of the sudden guests. Oh, fuck. Well, she's able to walk all the way to the Rose Garden by herself. Her life probably isn't in danger. Ah, fuck. It always helps to be preserved. Oh, shit. Well, probably all thanks to that life jacket. Now that she might have drowned. She probably should have drowned anyway. What kind of girl was she? Older or younger than George, Jessica-chan?
She was younger than Jessica One-chan. She's wearing a life jacket and a swimsuit. Looked all tired out.
As soon as she washed up somewhere near the harbor, that must have been a bit of luck amid disaster. I want to tell you something outside of the island. Well, what could you find in a Western-style house that you could also find in a Japanese atlas? Sorry, I'm fucking falling asleep at the... Oh, fuck. This is how you know I'm tired again. No. I'm sorry for her. In this weather, the boats won't be coming up anytime soon. Oh, Carrie, come on, it's a word. It's gotta be a word. The key is, as they suggested, a word. You put it into, use it to fucking take off and find out, somehow fucking use it for the words on top of the chapel door, which is like a phrase, and then you get everything. Now, if you ask me how to do that, I have no fucking idea, but I'm quite sure that's how you would do it. I just break down the fucking walls and the floor. It's easier that way. Fuck the subtlety, just give me the gold. At that moment, the door clunked open and everyone looked in that direction. Would anyone like some tea? He's going to cannon. With the latter pushing a serving cart laden with a tea set. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, I'm probably gonna... I'll end this stream once the new woman appears. I am way too tired for this shit otherwise. Oh, fuck. Go understood well that doing a little extra at times like this would earn points. The relatives, hungry for information, crowd around Goda. Goda ordered Ken to serve the tea and became the sole object of the relatives' attention. Goda, how's the kid doing? Does she seem well? Well, I don't know about that. Analysis book of maps and you found the location? That seems reasonable. But actually taking things seriously, I just kind of took it on faith that the gobe was real. It could have been just a prank by Kinzo? Nah, it wasn't. Nanjo's giving so attention to take care of him. Kumasan and Shin are there with them. Please, do not worry. I relax with some black tea. Come, Kaneki-kun. Son, quickly, serve it. Why do I have to? Ken knew that this tea was just go his way of earning points, so he lined the cups with a slightly sullen air.
I'll help too.
Maria, we're not. I didn't give you the letter. Wait a second. I mean, you can just wait there, Maria-sama.
I want to serve tea too.
Didn't you talk with Dr. Nanjo? Did he say anything? Yes, when I met Mr. while ago, he said that there weren't any serious external wounds. And from what I could tell at a glance, does it go to capture the gaze of all present? Was about to start talking knowledgeably on the subject. Nanjo returned. Of course, Nanjo instantly became the center of attention. Kanon turned his back on Goda, who seemed downhearted. Dr. Nanjo, how is her condition? Does it look like she'll be alright? Not to worry, everyone. She's fine. She had no injuries at all. Seems as she's quite worn out, but there shouldn't be anything to worry about as long as she doesn't develop a fever tonight. That's good to hear. We're lucky enough to have a doctor, but this is no hospital. Everyone was relieved to hear the girl was in good health. Nanjo gave them more detailed results of his examination, concluding by saying that it was young and should therefore be fine. Everyone who no longer fell under this description nodded in assent.
Boats really are scary. Gonna fall. Father was right.
Maria-chan, let's not tell Paddler-kun about this. Doesn't want to fuel his fucking phobia. Yeah, I don't want to tell Paddler, otherwise he'll never get on the fucking boat out of here. Oh, Madame! Cross-sama! I'm here to kiss your asses! Goda, who was feeling sorry for himself and handing out cups, called out in an excessively loud voice. Apparently he was that desperate to get everyone's attention. How is the guest? Yes, sir! Her condition is not serious! I see. I'm glad to hear it. Where is she now? I believe Kumasawa-san and Shan-san were fucking a book. Shan-san were showing her to the bath. They said they would get her some clothes afterwards. In that case, they'll probably arrive here soon. Everyone, this may be the day the film comes, but we have a guest brought here by an unfortunate accident. She was invited by one of you all to welcome her. Okay, disagree with that. I'm all for it. Same here. Did Mom always tell us to be nice to girls? You take that line up way too far. It's probably best if we call George and the rest over here too. Let us all greet them. I'm not so sure. Wouldn't that just make her feel more timid? Ella stood up and made a call to the guest house. At that moment, they heard the sound of a knock, followed by Genji's voice. It is Genji. The guest has arrived. At those words, everyone fell into silence, and the people who were sitting stood straight up. Genji came in first, opening the door slowly and then moving off to the side, bowing deeply and urging the guests forward. Wait, fuck, Shannon's here. No, get out of the fucking way. Shannon's here and Karen's probably still in the room. Oh, fuck. But the storm has arrived. I don't know if this actually disproves anything. The guest had Shannon and Kumasawa following by her side. And though she looked at the large amount of roaches waiting for her in the parlor, she didn't seem overawed in the slightest. Just a single point. So that the girl possessed a dignity appropriate for a guest invited by the Ushiromiya family. Lambda's gonna... If the storm has started, then it doesn't count. Yeah, that's my kind of feeling here too, Carrie. Storm started, Ken and Shannon being in the same room doesn't really mean as much. And as Rush is saying, Lambda's gonna be playing fast and loose. She's not really gonna care about that part for as much as I feel. Furudo-sama, allow me to introduce you. This is Ushiromiya Kraus, representative of the family head. Welcome to Rokujima. Though you arrived due to an accident, you are a guest of the family. We welcome you. Please make yourself at home and relax however you please. Thank you very much. Allow me to introduce myself. I am called Furudo Erika. I would say that Lambda probably moves, but it wouldn't. True. Character update. Cool. I need to fucking go to bed. I am tired as shit. Let me check this character update, then we're ending the stream. Furudo Erika. Fell from the pleasure boat Eternal Maid 2, mid-cruise in the waters near Rokujima. She washed up on Rokujima on October 4th, 1986. The Ishima family welcomed her as a guest. She managed to drift to the island unharmed thanks to several miracles, including the life jacket she was wearing. Fucking... What a fucking self-insert. Holy shit. What a fucking self-insert. First time she's got to add new characters. This isn't Lambda's fault. This is fucking Bernie's fault. Holy shit, Bernie. What the fuck? She inserts a character into the story and she decides it's gonna be her fucking OC self-insert. Great. Lovely. I'm going to bed now. If you guys enjoyed yourselves, I hope you guys can come for the tomorrow's streams, and until then, I'm gonna fucking faint into the water, unable to wake up for any amount of time. As I get up close, I get quiet, and I've got to say goodbye.